Sorry I'm late. I was, you know, inevitably.
That's fine.
Goodness, you certainly,
Scrubbed up.
I wasn't going to say that. Was I going to say that? I wasn't going to, surely. Anyway, it's very good to see you. And, my father, in fact, came from Italy, originally.
Really?
Yes. I mean, you wouldn't have known it if you met him. He wasn't dark or anything. But he was born in the north of Italy somewhere. And then the family moved on here when his father died.
What age?
He was 13. He ended up living with a very strange aunt called Zeppa in Dollis Hill until he met my mum, whose name was, of course, Myrtle.
Myrtle?
Yes. And her father's name was Horace. Christ, they were an unlucky generation. I can't believe I've already told you my grandfather's name. I'm not going to say a single word for the rest of the meal. From now on, it's you.
No. I'm the one who took the trouble to scrub up nicely. You look just as bad as last time. You have to do most of the talking.
Well, yes. Well, I don't really scrub up, no matter how hard I try. The more I scrub, the more you see the horror beneath.
Can I help you?
Yes, please. I'll have the pea soup and the special risotto.
And you, Mother?
Same.
Wine?
No, thank you.
Mother?
Yes, please.
Would you like to see the wine list?
No. You choose. I'll be happy.
Johnny, how are you? Very well, thank you.
Isn't that the Chancellor of the Exchequer?
Is it?
I think so. And he just nodded at you.
Did he?
Yes.
Yes. Well, that's right. He's my boss, as it were.
Wow. Don't think I've ever seen a powerful person before.
Well, you'd be surprised how little power politicians have actually got these days, in the end.
Except John Major. Enormous sexual power.
Did you think so?
Definitely. Dirty, dirty, dirty John. Very small cups.
Yeah, sort of wish I'd ordered a cappuccino now. Could have strung it out long.
It's very nice to see you.
You're not going to order a second coffee, are you, Lawrence?
No, I don't think so. This is Gina. This is the Chancellor.
William, pleased to meet you, Gina. Please make sure that Lawrence gets back to his post by nightfall. The welfare of our cold and bitter country actually depends on him putting in a decent day's work once in a while.
I won't say another word to him.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Was the pea soup disgusting?
Inedible. I think there are at least 2 types of pea in there. One, the kind you don't usually put in food. Thank you for coming to my end of town.
You're welcome.
Do you live a long way away?
No. Close enough.
Right, I better be getting back. So, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Are we anywhere near delivering on any of them at all?
The closest is water. Safe drinking water might just be achieved by 2015 as promised, although not in Africa.
And the worst?
All the others are bad. We might halve the death rate for children under 5 by 2150.
And all children will be in primary school by the year 2311.
Oh, for God's sake, these are joke figures. Even the Prime Minister won't live that long. Okay, 3 minutes for a cup of coffee. Of course, Lawrence, you presumably won't be needing one, having had quite a lot of coffee at lunch.
She's a pretty girl.
I don't call that pretty. I call that beautiful.
What do we think the difference is between pretty and beautiful?
Well, something to do with bone structure. Pretty is pretty while young. Beautiful will stay beautiful forever.
What would you say, Lawrence?
Sorry. Sorry, I wasn't listening. Did I miss something?
No. Just talking about the American import duty on steel.
Ah, yes. Tricky area.
Such intensive mating leaves the male exhausted. A hardship that the king of beasts has to endure.
Oh, hello. It's me, Lawrence. We, well, of course you remember, yeah. It was only 6 hours ago. Yes, quite. You'd have had to have had some sort of aneurysm or something to forget. Yeah, well, anyway, I just wondered.
That was lovely.
Yes. Lots of coconut. It's pretty crucial to be fond of coconut.
I am.
Good. This is no place for coconutophobes. I'm actually going away next, Friday.
Where to?
Reykjavik.
Goodness. Sexy blonde Icelandic girls.
No. It's a conference, and it's quite a big conference. It's the G8 conference, actually.
What's that?
Oh, it's a long shindig where the big 8 world leaders make plans for the next year. Everything, including finance, which is why I'm going, obviously.
The only thing I know about Reykjavik is that Björk comes from there.
Who?
The coolest woman on the planet.
Wow. The only thing I know about it is that it's where Bobby Fischer played Boris Spassky in the greatest chess match of all time. Perhaps it's a place about which everyone knows only one fact.
Maybe we should ask the waiter. Then we'd have 3 facts.
Yes. He doesn't look exactly like the kind of person who might know a fact about Iceland.
No. Shouldn't stereotype, though. He might be a huge Björk fan.
But we already have the Björk fact.
True. I actually dreamt about you a few nights ago.
Oh, God, how embarrassing. What was I doing?
You were sitting in a cafe, drinking tea.
Ah, right. Not fighting a dragon or something glamorous.
Sorry. Do you ever remember dreams?
Not often. And when I do, they're always the same and genuinely pathetic.
What?
Oh, I can't say. It's too embarrassing.
Go on. I scrubbed up again.
Well, not whole in my dreams. People are begging me to join the Rolling Stones. I'm sitting at home and the phone goes and it's Mick Jagger and Ron Wood together on speakerphone, I suppose, pleading with me to inject a bit of new blood into the band. Or I'm at the office and they say, someone's waiting for you downstairs, and I'll get in the lift down and there's Keith Richards waiting on the sofa in the lobby, and he gives me his guitar and says, come on, man, you have the music, play. We'll give as much heroin as you like. Just lend us your hot licks. I told you it was pitiable.
What happens then?
I always refuse. I'm usually late for a departmental meeting, so I make my excuses, have to go.
Any idea what it means?
Obvious, I fear. I'm not the man I dreamt I might be when I was young. Isn't it wonderful the way there are absolutely no cabs in London at all nowadays? Perfect for dithering.
I'll catch a late bus.
Oh, don't be stupid. Nobody catches buses these days. Although